Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today, boy, do we have some stuff to get done. I tell you what, we sure do. Alright guys, so first thing I want to work on today is going to be getting my tool station up and running. Now, I did go ahead and place these guys down here, and as you can see, I went ahead and did it with this pattern away from the crafting station. For the reason I did that is so I don't get those bars up at the top. There is a couple different ways you can configure this. You can configure it where it is attached to the crafting station and you do have the bars at the top, or you can set it up like this so that way you can easily make patterns and your patterns are literally right next to your station. Otherwise, if you had this up to it, only one of these would have the pattern access to the pattern chest, and usually it's not the one I want. I want both of them to have access so I can just drop them in there, and that way I don't have to worry about them. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want my part builder so I can just pull it out and make a part whenever I need it. But I need to upgrade my tool station because I want access to a couple of other tools, especially a hammer. I want access to a hammer. I don't have a smeltery up yet. I do have some stuff that I have been working towards getting that going, but for right now, it's not that big of a deal. I am going to slowly get a smeltery up, but there's a few things I want to get done before that. But getting this upgraded to the max tier tool station is not going to be hard. As you can see, I already have some seared bricks there, and I have the ability to go ahead and make this thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Bam. We're gonna jump right into making a tool forge. So now we have a tool forge. Perfect. So I have access to some swords and some things, especially a hammer. And we're gonna talk about a hammer later. For right now, there's no reason for me to really get into the hammer yet. I want to get at least iron and things of that nature before in a smeltery. I want to get iron in a smeltery before I get into anything. So we may be getting a smeltery up today. That's along with a couple of other things that I want to do, along with getting a few other materials and things of that nature, automating this, making it a little bit easier for us. Speaking of this, I did get some ender pearls, and we are going to open a few loot chests. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and open a few of these loot boxes. So loot bags. I have been killing mobs. I did rearrange my floor, so that way it worked a little bit easier for me. I know some people mentioned it, and I realized that once I got to messing with this, and I was like, oh, I did something totally wrong. And I forgot that I needed my platform to go down one. But I went ahead and made this the 2 wide again, because the 2 wide for me worked the best last time I played a sky map. So that's what I'm doing there. So we have a bunch of commons, and we do have some loud mobs in the back, and here's all the loot that I've gathered from here. I've not put anything anywhere else but here. So we're getting some Osmium chest plates, and the funny thing is, this is a really heavy metal, and I couldn't imagine wearing a whole chest plate full of it. That would be ridiculous. Whoa, so we got a Lexicon Titania, and we got Aqua Affinity. I don't really know why we'd ever need Aqua Affinity. We got an Invoker Fang, summons the secret magic of... is this what I think it is? And we got an Emerald Apple. It is! Okay, so killing mobs now just became super easy. I think. Oh, maybe not. I think it's dependent on what block I stand on, right? Maybe I can... No, I have to be up on that, that level. We'll worry about that later. But for right now, yeah, this thing is pretty ridiculous when you actually do use it. Okay, so that's just out of the common loot bags. Okay, so we got a few other things. To me, almost, I don't know if these have been configured. The Rod of Elevation. Teleport yourself to the target entity up to the nearest surface above. Okay, so this will teleport you up and down, I assume. So we're getting all kinds of stuff. Loot drops. The loot tables for Cyclic is pretty ridiculous, and I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more that we're going to have with these bags. Okay, so we got a capturing wand. That's not bad. That allows us to capture mobs. Okay. What else we got? The Cyclic building scepter. Okay. Or Cyclic. I keep saying it wrong. It's not Cyclic, it's Cyclic. Cyclic, right? Alright, so, advanced long-range building tool. Okay, so, oh, I have access to a building tool. That is not that expensive, but it is something I didn't have to make, so I didn't have to waste materials on it. Okay, a spawner seeker. I don't think we have to worry about that yet. We can use that later. And then we got some of that The Neosporin. I guess it's Neosporin? Yeah. Right? No, that's the anti-rejection medicine that you have for... I need to install the mod that shows me what mods these are from. I can't remember. It's the same mod as this one, right here. I just can't remember the name of the mod. I'm sure there's a mob in here that's from it. But it pretty much lets you upgrade your body. Pretty cool. Alright, so we got a shovel kit. What is this from? Forestry? Okay, a stackable package that uses... Okay. Okay, it's like a shovel bag. Kinda cool. And we got a golden apple. So, we got a few cool items, I must say, from here. A lot of these are going to go in my bag, especially the Invoker Fang. That's going to help with killing some mobs in a little bit. But yeah, we got a few cool things. I think I'm going to go ahead and drop this off, and we're going to get on with some other things. Alright, so I ended up getting myself an Ender Pearl, and the only thing I need is some lava, and I need some obsidian. So we're going to get a few obsidian. I think I only need a couple. I only need 3. And then I'm going to need some iron. Good old iron to make a hopper. We're going to get a hopper made. There we go. And if I do remember correctly, the hopper goes on the bottom. And we need to make an Eye of Ender. I think. Let me actually double check before I do this. We're going to make the hopper from mob... yeah, we're going to need Eye of Ender. So let's do that. This is from Mob Grinding Utilities. It's by far one of my favorite hoppers, and we'll be able to move this thing around and not... we don't have to keep it over here. I'm going to remove this one, or place this here, and I want to make sure that the setting is going up, and we're going to set it to items going up. So it's going to fill this chest. And right now I have these kind of sorted, but I'm not too concerned about it at the moment. We're going to just get items automatically off the ground and into a chest, so it's not a big issue. Also, I noticed a setting. If you hit enter, it's automatically defaulted to enter. It's called FPS Reducer Configuration. I'm not sure what this thing is actually intended for, but if you idle for a certain period of time, it reduces your FPS. I don't know why you would want that. Maybe so you don't consume as much power. You're not running your PC as hard. I'm not sure. But I went ahead and disabled that because I don't want my FPS to be dropping on accident. Say I'm idling for something just for a little while and it just automatically drops my frames. I don't want that to happen, so I went ahead and disabled that. But let's go ahead and get some dirt automated as well. I think that would be something that would be a pretty good thing to automate, at least right off the bat, so you don't have to worry about that either. We really don't need to do too much to get that going. I'm going to just remove this guy. And we're going to do a few things here. So I think I have to have the items pumping into the top, if I do remember correctly. So what I'm going to set this as the chest that we dump all of our useless stuff in, and this is the chest that our dirt's going to go into. So let's go ahead and throw some stuff that we want there. Perfect. So I'm going to set this as an output, and I think that okay, so it doesn't have to do that. Okay, so it can be pumped into the side, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want, and then we'll have this pull and pull it out just like that. So perfect. If we had the option to make a retrieval node, I don't think we do. No, we don't have ender pearls. A retrieval node would be really nice. So that way we could just hook the retrieval node up to the chest and it would pull everything out. So then that way we could just run a whole line of these, which I'm going to run a whole line anyways, just so it fills all of these up, so I can just grab dirt out willy-nilly if I don't have enough automatically put into this chest. So it is going to work a little bit there. Actually, I could probably set a couple of these. These ain't very expensive to have them just set up like that. So now I have at least 3 of them that are going to be automated and going into here. As long as I have some materials in here, which I'm able to keep up with. I really don't need that much dirt. I will need some to make a platform for mobs. For like, you know, cows and stuff like that to spawn on. But I'm not worried about that as of right now. By the way, I did notice that Ender Zoo's in here. There was an owl that was following me around earlier. There was an owl that, I mean, he was just in the trees. He was making all kinds of noise. I really liked him, but now he's gone. So, I'm kind of sad. I don't know where he went, fortunately. Alright, so I should have enough sand and possibly gravel to make a little bit of grout, a little bit more grout, so I can just go ahead and get possibly a small smeltery set up. Don't really need much here, just a little bit of grout. And I can throw that in the regular furnace. I did make this furnace, which you guys did say is a little bit faster. I think it's a little bit faster. I know I could add upgrades to it, but it does use charcoal, it does use fuels a little bit faster. And I'm working towards getting all my materials, at least some of them, processed here. It does take a little time to do that, but I'm definitely working as best I can. I have tons of iron now. I have quite a good store of redstone. I need a few more diamonds for a project that I plan on doing with Tinker's Construct. Getting a hammer upgraded to do compressed. I can use a Tinker's hammer for that, which is pretty nice. That's actually added by Ex Nihilo. So the integration there. Also, I went ahead and made a iron sickle. And this thing is really handy for just mass farming. There you go, as you can see. Makes things a lot easier. Here I am just showing off a few things. I also looked in the recipes. I kind of looked and was like, how am I supposed to get slime? And I was taking a look at normal slime balls. You know, that's usually the first go-to recipe. And I was looking through here and I was like, oh, raw jellyfish seems to be the only way I can get slime that I know of. Now, I was also thinking, well, what about rice seeds? Well, rice seeds, there's actually no way of getting rice seeds in the pack. So, I don't know if that's intended to be the only method. I doubt it's intended. I just think it's a config that wasn't, just items that wasn't put in there. But that would be the only other way to get slime balls, as far as I know. Getting the rice seeds, you can get them from a market, and that's what I plan on making is a market. So let's go ahead and do that, because I want access to rice seeds at least. So that's just another thing I'm going to have to make here. And we can get the rice seeds here. And this gives you the rice from Pam's Harvest Craft. But I want the not this market, I want the other market, I'm pretty sure. Right? Trying to remember. This rice. It just gives you rice that looks like that. Yeah. I want the other market. I want where you can get this. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's only actually editions you can get it. Yeah, I don't even think you can get it. I was thinking maybe the market you could get it, but no. I don't think so. Because it's not Pam's Harvest Craft, it's actually editions. Yeah, I guess it's just not in here. So that's something that we'll have to work on, possibly getting more slime. I did do some fishing, and here's all the things that I got while fishing. I did end up getting a raw jellyfish, so I do have at least one slime. I did get a lily pad, some leather, and a saddle. Other than that, I got a bunch of fish. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and start a few things. I'm like kind of going all over the place in this episode because there's so many things that we need to get up and running just to be able to go anywhere. I know steel is something that is definitely required. So getting a coke furnace would not be bad, and also getting that going. So coal coke. Getting a coke furnace would be something that wouldn't be too bad to get. Let's see, this is blocks of coke. I want coal. Where's it at? Coke oven, there we go. Right here. So we're going to need bricks, we're going to need sandstone, we're going to need clay, all of which are very obtainable at the moment. So let me go ahead and get a little bit of sand. Which doesn't take very long at all anymore. Now that I have a wand and I have the ability to vein mine so fast. Unfortunately, I think this is going to cause issues. I didn't even think about that. That this is probably going to suck items up. Oh well. Hopefully it all lands in our inventory. We don't have to worry about it. So I'm kind of doing it over here. There we go. So we got some sand. Turn that into some sandstone. Doesn't get us much. I think we actually need 16 to be able to make this thing. Let's see. That is not going to get us nowhere near the amount we need. Oh, we need clay, that's why. Alright, is that going to get us enough? We need 27. Perfect. Got just enough. Alright, this is just going to get us the coal coke, though. We do need the other oven, but that requires us, which is the blast brick. It requires nether brick, which requires nether rack, and the only other way I can do that is either going to the nether, which somebody told me that the nether is a regular nether in this pack, which normally it's not in sky maps, especially if you're using the islands mod. But we can test that, but I feel that this is the intended method, doing lava in the netherrack. So that is one way of doing it, and we can go ahead and do some of that. Let's go ahead and get a bucket. So we can fill this, and that's how you get netherrack normally with Ex Nihilo. Bam. Not the funnest way of doing it, by any means. I know hooking a fluid pipe up to this would make things a lot better. And we can actually do that right now, since we have access to all that stuff. All we need is this, and we need one of these. And we'll just hook a pipe right here, and it's going to fill up both of them. And this will automatically fill up. Just like that. And we could set a hopper here. But we don't have anything to pull the items out, that's the only problem. So yeah. That would be something that would take a little while. I think you can put a hopper underneath it and it actually pulls the items out. Or we can use a regular item filter. Or a regular item conduit. Or item node. To be able to do that. I don't know why I get tripped up on these words so many times. But let's go ahead and make that coke brick oven as of right now. We have a lot of work to get the blast brick. I could try going to the nether, but I have to find a place to put a portal. And right now, I don't really have a good place to put a portal. But if we can get netherrack from the nether, that would make life a lot easier. But alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this. I need a hammer. From Immersive Engineering. So, we need 1 string, 2 iron, and 2 sticks. Good old-fashioned recipe. There we go. Let's go ahead and make this guy. Bam, engineer's hammer, and I'm going to place this over here. On the back side of this wall. Just so it's out of the way. I really don't have an area yet for these machines. So that's why I'm putting it over here. Just like that, and bong. We got this thing. Alright, so all we gotta do is put some coal in there. Or wood. Wood will get us some charcoal. We can do wood. Not too... Well, actually, we probably need some coal coke later on down the line anyways. Or something. Let's just first get coal coke in there. And that will be fine. We'll use our regular coal for this. And that'll take some time. That's going to take a long time, as you can see. But it will get us something, and we won't have to worry about it as much. I do want to get some lighting right there, so that way I don't get some mob spawning. I did have to place some platforms up here, just because if I was moving anywhere but over here, mobs would spawn up there, and I have to knock them off the wall. So that is some things that did happen off camera. All right, so I decided I was going to go ahead and set the portal up over in this area, just because I don't want it near me, just because it makes that horrible noise. So let's go ahead and get the flint and steel, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to make this portal. Alright, and hopefully it leads us somewhere. I guess I can put it this direction. Yeah, this direction's fine. We're gonna do our old regular one. There we go. Bam, fall down. And let's see. If this does get us where we need to go. Of course, I need to break this. We're going to have a whole thing burning down. There we go. Let's see. Does it take us where we need to go? Can we go to the Nether, and does it work? From what I was told, it takes you to a normal Nether. If that's the case, why don't we just live in the Nether? Just kidding. Really don't want to live in the Nether. Wow, that is bright. Okay, so yeah, it's a normal Nether. So no needs to worry about this. I got all the netherrack. I think getting this set up is going to take no time at all. I did make some of these guys, some of the stone sharpening kits. That just convenience makes life a lot easier. I think we can mine quartz. Yes, we can. Sweet. So yeah, we have a regular nether. What does this mean for us, though? I wonder what the nether looks like with shaders. I don't think I've ever used shaders in the nether. It's kind of crazy. It's super bright. That's because we're just in this type of area. Wow, the nether looks ridiculous with shaders on. This is unbelievably bright. I don't think this is what shaders were intended for, but it does give a really eerie yellow cast to everything. Just super bright, overkill on the brightness. Way too much. I gotta say, these apples are so good. They're so good. So we have gold, we have access to ores. So yeah, setting up a quarry in here would not take too long at all. We already have access to the builder, all we need is a little bit of RF. And I think we'd be good. Well, how much do I have? I have enough. Let's head back to the base. This is just unbelievable. So that wasn't a bad choice of doing that. So now that we have that, we can get brick, and we should be able to make get ourselves that brick going. So perfect, awesome, and we also have access to kind of start laying down the foundation of the Tinker Smeltery. If I need, I can't remember. There we go, Tinker Smeltery. So we can make things like the controller. The seared tank, we're gonna need some glass. Got my glass, now I can go ahead and pop in and make that thing. And I'm still gonna need a little bit more. I don't think I'll have all the stuff to be able to make what I need. I don't think. I need a table, casting table. Trying to go with the bare minimum of all the stuff that I'm going to need. Because I'm going to make one of the smallest ones I can possibly make. Just to get things running. Right? So I'm going to need a drain. And what I'm left with, I have a controller, I have this, I have that. I think that's everything I need, right? Everything I need is here. The rest can be turned into bricks. Okay. I'm going to try and make the smallest one possible. And we're going to set this guy right here for now. So let's do this. Let's put this guy, kind of line it up. I want it to be kind of centered. It's just temporary for right now. I want it to actually be up a block, like that. And then I'll have this is a temporary block. We're going to put our drain here. We're going to have our controller and all the other stuff on the side. These are just temporary blocks. I think that goes there. Tank can go here. Controller goes here. And we have a fully functioning smeltery. I might actually just leave them. You know what? I'm going to take them because I want to push this upward. And I can't do that if I have this. Oh, by the way, while we're doing this, let's go ahead and make a magnet. Somebody mentioned that there was a magnet that's pretty cheap in here. I love all you guys' comments, by the way, so keep commenting. I'm really liking that. It helps me with getting some new ideas and stuff like that going. I can never have too many good ideas. So your guys' input definitely helps. Perfect. I mean, I'm not a noob by any means with modded Minecraft. Trust me, I've been doing it for quite a long time now. But I really do like it when you guys comment. So there we go. We have a little magnet. I don't exactly know how well this works. Well, of course not going to work there. Oh, look, it even picked up our seared bricks. How nice of it. Alright, so we can get a little height on this thing. Not much. But we can get a little height. At least fit 3 blocks in there. So there we go. Alright, and we can decorate this guy with some cobblestone and the bottom. Just to make it look not so hideous. Perfect. That gets us a little smeltery there. We place down the casting table. Put that faucet there. And bam, we have access with 3 ports. So we can get some iron in there. Not much, but we can get some iron in there. Let's see. I think 3 pieces of iron. I don't know how big the tank actually is. That's another question. How big is the tank? It can store 24 ingots worth. Well, that's not bad at all, actually. 24 ingots, that's well enough to be able to make some of the tools we're going to need. So, I just need a little bit of lava. Fill that guy up. Oh boy, we have a bad guy. Good thing I kept this on me. Bam, he is gone. That means we need some lighting somewhere. I don't exactly know where. Maybe my nether portal. If I hit F7, I should be able to see the spots where stuff's spawning. Well, it's spawning on top of my... Spawning on top of this guy. For sure. Make sure that's nice and lit up. And it is. Looks fairly nice. Awesome. So we can start making casts and things of that nature. I think aluminum brass would be something nice to get in there. So copper. I think that makes aluminum brass. Copper and silver. Or copper and aluminum. Right. Aluminum brass. Oh, we have smart I/O outputs. We're going to make that. We're going to have to get that. But molten aluminum. We look at alloying. Yeah, copper and aluminum. I don't think I have any aluminum done up. I do have some of that here, though. So we can get that. We can get a hopper on this thing. Because that's going to make it a lot better. Even though it's small. It's... Like, we need small... Because we're in a small world right now. My world is not that big. There we go. So getting a hopper on this thing will be awesome. There we go. Put the hopper right there. We can fill that with some aluminum. Let's see, what is it? 3 aluminum to the copper, right? 3 aluminum to 1 copper. I should be able to grab a copper over here. Where is it at? So that 3 is going to make, let's see, 2, 4, 6. It's going to be 6. So I'm going to need 2 copper, right? Yep. 2 copper. Throw that in there. That's going to pipe in as soon as this is done. Boy, that is really slow, isn't it? Oh, do we not have enough lava? Don't actually know. I know there are upgrades, so it may be very slow at the beginning. in order for us to want the upgrades. Oh boy, yeah, this is almost completely stopped. There it goes. That's a lot better. Then we throw some iron in there. There it goes. Now it's working. Yeah, it was having some issues, I guess. But yeah, we got ourselves a little smeltery going. That's even better. Now, to top this all off, can we get the blast brick going? We need 27 of those. We need this. I think we can get blast brick today. I didn't think we were going to be able to, but we totally are. There we go. Perfect. And the last tool I need is my hammer. And we can set this up. And we should have some coal coke over here, by the way. We do. Which means we now have access to iron. We are hitting the Iron Age. We're getting into some immersive engineering. Hope you guys are ready for that. That's going to be fun. Especially in a sky map. Oh, by the way, I was wondering, I have creosote oil in here. I actually want these to be turned this direction. That looks a lot nicer. Because we're walking into here, we're walking into our little area over here. These are not going to stay here. These are not permanent, by the way. Just like my other stuff was not permanent, this will not stay permanent. There's going to be a lot of things that change over the series. But, we got some coal coke. Which means we could throw some iron in here. I don't know how much iron we actually need, but... or how much steel. But, we're going to get some. Wow! So yeah, we got quite a few things done today. That I wasn't expecting to actually get done. So we got this kind of rigged up, so it's a little bit better. The only other thing I can think of is getting some auto crafters going with refined storage. We're going to work on, not refined storage, with RF tools. We're going to work with some RF tools probably in the next couple episodes. We're going to get hopefully a storage system up and running. That would be really nice. Get an RF tool storage system going. I think we could handle that. We have enough resources for that. Shouldn't take too long, that, or I can get the handheld tool, since we can pretty much store everything inside the tablet itself. But I think setting up the actual RF tools work area would be better. Alright, so yeah, we have tons of dirt. Look, how much are we building up in here? We have 52. We have a lot. That's a lot of dirt to be able to make a mob farm. Not a mob farm, but a passive mob farm. And I think there's the things in here, the bait. Yeah, we can bait mobs in. I wish there was a way to get slime. There's not a slime bait. They're parrot bait. That's actually kind of cool. Llama, polar bear bait, donkey bait, horse bait. We have a bait for pretty much everything. Ocelot bait. And a wolf bait. Getting a wolf friend wouldn't be bad. I kind of want to see how this magnet works, though. Will this magnet pull items in from these mobs? By the way, this is so much faster now. If I place a torch here, so I don't have that in the way, if I just use this tool, pretty much kills everything in there. And yeah, we get all this stuff. So yeah, this magnet, I'm wondering... So this is used for crafting. I thought it was an actual magnet for something. Huh. Maybe not. Magnacraft guidebook. I don't know. I guess I'll have to worry about it later. It looks like I'm not even picking anything up. Oh, my inventory's full. Of course. Duh. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to kind of go through. But we're doing such a good job, I have to say. I can't believe how good we're actually doing thus far. Alright guys, well, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and as always, thanks for watching.